All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, we're going to be touching on race war. All right, a race war is brewing. All right. Now, you had an incident that happened with Charlie Kirk, which, some people will say something detonated on him, and other people believe that he was just shot. Whether it was a false flag, whatever, it happened. And now you have a bunch of Edomites out there saying white men fight back, and they're blaming Jake for what happened to Charlie Kirk. You see? And you got a bunch of Jake coming out saying, well, we mourned for Charlie Kirk too, so we're not getting why you blaming us. It was actually a white dude who shot Charlie Kirk. But Esau ain't trying to really hear none of that shit. All right? As soon as you bring up the Charlie Kirk incident and how Jake didn't do that, they immediately switched onto what happened to that Edomite woman on the train, which a lot of people say that she was a crisis actor. And when you really look at that video, when she supposedly got stabbed multiple times in the neck, no blood was seen dripping from her. And then when she so-called fell out of the seat, it was under her butt, no dripping anything. So that was fake already. And then you see her hand reach for something, and then whatever she had exploded, and it spilled from under the like a little thing when you like a rail you put your hand on, man, and it stopped spilling because it was. Hey, man, you be the judge. You look at it and you tell me what you think, right? So as soon as you bring up Charlie Kirk and how one of their own assassinated him, they'll bring up that and be like, hey, we got to fight back, man. We got to take justice into our own hands. And this ain't nothing but a race war brewing. And that's prophecy, man. It's prophesied that a race war will happen, man. And yes, the Lord is going to choose sides. He's going to choose sides. And Esau will get his shit off because, his blessing is the sword. And he does train his 5-year-old daughters and sons and shit to shoot real accurately and real good. But the Lord is going to choose sides, and it ain't going to be Esau. Jake, so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans, are going to put their foot in Esau's ass when the race war actually breaks out. All right? And I want to prove that. Then I'm going to play this video of them saying white men fight back. And this dude right here, Godfrey, is like, yo, we didn't even have shit to do with the Charlie Kirk shit. But you see, a lot of Jake, it goes over their head that Esau just has a natural hatred for you. Just how you got supposedly should have a natural hatred towards him. You see? We was fighting in the womb, Esau and Jacob. But our people have a mean case of Stockholm syndrome. They have fell in love and made an allegiance with their captors, huh? All right? They have a mean case of Stockholm syndrome. But it goes over their head that Esau really hates you, man. He hates you on a genetic, a spiritual level, man. We were fighting in the womb to the point of when he came out, Jacob was holding his heel. Yaiquab, that means heel holder. And also it means supplanting. All right? They was on some shit when they was younger, man. Don't forget, Esau had came up in from a day of like hunting or whatever he was doing out there in the field. And he was hungry. Jacob was whipping up something in the pot. Wasn't done yet. He asked for a little bit to eat instead of Jacob saying, hey, this ain't even done yet. Just hold on for like a little bit and, and really, standing on that. Like, I'm not giving you bloody pottage or whatever. Instead, he whipped him up a bowl of that and gave it to him and traded it for his blessing, man. And gave him some bread with it too. You see? And then Esau, when he found out he gave away his blessing, that's when and then Isaac died. He said after he mourns his father, he wants to go put Jacob to death. And ever since, he's been on that bloodthirsty mission, man. All right? But we've been fighting since the womb, man. Esau has been hated you. This is a spiritual thing, a genetic thing. This goes over a lot of Jake's head, man. You know, it's not just because your skin color. It's not because he's lighter and you're darker. No, none of that stuff, man. This is a spiritual thing. Anyway, let's get about 3 precepts and then we're going to play that video. It's the second Ezra. Now, first, let's start with Matthew 24:7, and we read, "For nation shall rise against nation, see, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." When you get into that, the word nation, it gets into, I believe, ethnos, which gets into, your ethnicity, a nation of people. So in the future, that race war is going to pop off. Jake will be against Esau. All right, whoever else is here too. So that's actually going to go down. For nation shall rise against nation, ethnos. All right, at race war, man. Let's get 2nd Ezra 15:15, and we'll read, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand." You see, that's that civil war, and it's that race war too. All right, and the modern day sword is what? For gun. And some people will actually have like machetes and swords and shit too. But the modern day sword, would be the gun. So it's gonna be a race where they're gonna stand up and they're gonna fight against one another, man. You see? Let's get another precept. Let's get Slakia. Zechariah 9:13. And this is going to show you that the Lord is going to choose a side when the race war pop off. Because a lot of, Edomites, they think, well, since you're only 13% of the population, it's going to be easy to gang up on you and do whatever. Well, the Lord is choosing a side, and it's not just going to be Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right? Which they don't even account for Benjamin and Levi as so-called black Americans. So they missing out on that number as well. And also the northern tribes, man. They deep as hell too. And you have a lot of news coming out of black and brown pride. Them getting together with one common enemy, and that enemy being Esau. You see? And you also have Gad, him kicking up, man. I played a video about, maybe it was like 4 months ago, of Gad coming out with horses. They had war paint on and all of that. And they was doing their chants and shit. And they said, "This is America. This is the Native American. You want America? This is what you made." And they wore like fatigues. Hey, man. This is Zechariah 9:13, and we read, "When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece." You see that? That's Jake versus Esau. "And made thee as a sword of a mighty man." You see that? Gonna make Jake as a sword of a mighty man. You see? This is that race war, man. So, hey, shit will go down very soon, man. But we're seeing everything brewing right now. I can't tell you exactly when, but we can see it brewing right now. All right? And Trump coming out and saying that dude, that animal who did that on the bus, to stab that Edomite lady, he should get the death penalty or whatever like that. And some people say it's just a big psyop, which I saw the video, and I'm leaning on to that side as well. But he's coming out and saying certain things about this, or that animal, but he won't even say anything about too much of the dude who shot Charlie Kirk. How about these mass shootings that happened? He don't say nothing about that. How about the Edomite who got on top of the casino building and just was shooting multiple people, and people saying that they were running and seeing heads just blow up beside them, man. You got an entry wound which is smaller than that exit wound and basically explodes on the other side, man. Nobody's saying anything about that. But we're the violent ones, man. But 80%, so-called, the statistics say, but 80% of so-called black crime is done to, other so-called black people. It wouldn't be Jake going out there seeking Esau out. You see? But we're the problem, but it's more devils killing devils. They don't say nothing about that. And they kill him in Esau killing a mass murder type of way. School shootings. Like running vehicles and parades and shit. Just hitting niggas, chopping legs off it. Esau's sick, man. But nobody want to say nothing about him. The hypocrisy. But a race war is brewing. All right? And the Lord is going to choose a side. All right? But, hey, hope it was edifying. Hope you could take something from it. I'm going to play this video and we're going to act it.
Here's what I don't understand. Looking at this rally where they're honoring Charles Kirk.
White man, fight back! White man, fight back! White man, fight back!
I'm trying to understand that. White men fight back against what? Black people didn't have anything to do with this. White men fight back. First of all, what happened to him was horrible, but what does white men fight back mean? I think it was a white man that did this whole thing. So what are you saying white men fight back? Time to blame black people for what? This happened in Utah. There were no black people around. I've been to Utah. Not a lot of black people there, so I don't know where they're getting this chant from. White men fight back. What are you fighting back against yourself? All of a sudden, black people are being blamed for what? Now HBCUs have to close their campuses because of threats. Of what? Threats of what? Why are you f***ing with black people? What did black people have anything to do with this Utah All of a sudden you conjure up black people. It's always black people are in danger. HBCU campuses are closing because they didn't do a motherfucking thing. That makes no sense to me. We're in danger now because we didn't do nothing. We're always in danger. It's always black people. Black people this, black people that. We're minding our business. And there are actually black people that are mourning Charles Kirk. They're like, this is horrible. This is sad. They feel bad for his family, that he has 2 kids and a wife, and they had to see that. But all of a sudden, it's white men fight back.
All right. You saw it. This from GMS. Keep pushing. But, right, you saw it. Hey, he was right. Like, where does you come to remember Charlie Kirk? But you got to get it. Charlie Kirk was an open racist. And he really hated so-called black people. So, hey, they get really coming in the spirit of Charlie Kirk if you look at it. But I get what Godfrey is saying. He's saying, if you come in to remember this dude from being assassinated, why are you mad at Jake for that? You see? They really just coming like tapping into they spirit of just hating us, man. But a race war is brewing. Anyway, I hope it's edifying. I hope you can take something from it. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.